Hello you guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney and for today's video we will be setting up my new reading journal. Now I know if you guys let me just repeat this because I'm trying not to giggle. If you guys were here and subscribed to me around February, you guys would know that I tried to do a reading journal and I think I made it to 2 videos possibly, and she just did not work. Now, mind you, I was still reading my books, not as often as what I would like, but I was still reading. The reading journal just did not work out. However, I got this beautiful journal from Archer and Olive's September subscription box, Vintage Library, and look at how gorgeous it looks gorgeous. And I was just, if you guys remember, I said it in my video that I would have to make a reading journal just based on how beautiful this journal is. And here we are. Now, my standards for this journal is way lower than my first journal, considering we're in the last half of 2023, which you guys will see me set up for. I kept the task very, very simple. And it's also the reason why I decided to post 2 videos back to back. Now, mind you, this will never, ever happen. However, a lot of my challenges start on the 1st of October. So I wanted to have this video out so you guys don't act confused when I'm posting YouTube shorts of a reading journal and you guys are like, what? Since when did you have a reading journal? So here we are now. And as you guys can tell by the title page, I decided to do something a bit different and use stamps. At first I tried using brown stamps, which you can see like that little hue of like a brown leaf. However, it wasn't as pigmented as what I wanted, so I found this black ink pad and we just went in with a bunch of leaves and flowers and just foliage all around this little border I made using washi tape. Now, the stamping was very, very fun. She was very, very messy, and I do this a little bit later on in the video, and some of the pages are a little inked up. However, I just think it's part of the creative process, so I'm not mad at it. And I also have like a little video in here on how like dirty my hands got from the ink, but this was so fun to do and I think it's very cute and creative. Now moving on to the goals page, which I kept it very, very similar to my title page. I created another border using washi tape and went in with a not like leaf foliage stamp, but more so kind of like a bushel of flowers. I'm not even sure if bushel is the correct word, but yeah, I used a bunch of flowers this time and then just little accent leaves, and that was my border. And in the center, I added a memo card from Archer and Olive's Vintage Library kit, like that pack of memo stickies or like library cards, or not that. It's like whatever you find inside a book when you can tell who's rented it out. A bunch of those. So I used one of those pads and some of the washi tapes from the subscription box to like stick it on, and that's where I kept my reading goals, which were very simple for the rest of the year, which was to read at least 1 book per month and to continue and follow through with this journal. Next, we have our rating system, which is very easy and very self-explanatory. I use the Gold Star washi tapes that Argent Olive had in their vintage library subscription box, and it's the same 5-star rating. So 5 stars meaning, 10 out of 10, great book. 1 star meaning trash, throw it away, I'm mad that I read this. And next to each of the stars, I put kind of like little quotes, like how they do in movies when they're like reading reviews. But each review is like how I would describe the book. So for the 1 star, it actually says, I'm mad that I read this, because that's how I would describe a 1-star book. Next, we have a series tracker, which I kept it very, very simple and just made a little chart that has a space for the name of the series and then little boxes to represent how many books are in the series. And then for the title page, I just ripped up some old scrapbooking book pages and just wrote on top of that. I never thought I would need a series tracker, but then I never realized how many books I've read and that I'm currently reading that are part of a series. Right now, I only listed 2, which is the Legendborn series. I read both of the 2 books, and I'm waiting for the author to release the 3rd book. And then I started a new 3-book series called Home Sweet Sonoma, and I haven't finished the book 1 yet, although I filled it in, but I'm on book 1 of that. And also, I forgot the name of this series. It's a very popular book. I'm gonna see if I can put like the title or like one of the book's pages up here. But it's like, I think, Fine Print. I have book 1 of that. So I'm starting a few series, which I didn't realize. So I thought I'd track it. Now, this is a page that you guys will be seeing very often in my YouTube shorts. It's inspired by my year in pixels. However, this is just a reading tracker. So I have my charts down for the rest of 2023, and then I believe until June of 2024. And I will be tracking how many pages I read every day. I feel like this is a good motivator to get me to actually, read, because I do really good with my year in pixels and just tracking my emotions and assessing how I feel throughout the day, or just like reflecting about how I think my day went. So I think having a reading tracker would have that same effect that the year in pixels does. So I'm excited to show you guys this. I used a bit more fall neutral colors, although I do have some pops of colors in here, but I think it will look very, very beautiful once I fill it all out. And I will also like to add the length that I went to try to get these lines as straight as possible for them to still be crooked is comical. Y'all, there's a bit in here where it looks like my arm is sideways, and it's because I stood up from my desk chair and actually turned myself sideways on my desk to try to get these lines as straight as possible. Now, if that's not dedication, then I don't know what is. Next is a book club reads page, which I'm not technically in a book club, or at least not one where you have to sign up for. The very infamous, famous actor Jennette McCurdy, aka Sam from iCarly and from Sam and Cat, she every month posts on her page not weekly books, but monthly books that she recommends, and she calls it her book club. So I've been following her as of now, and I believe the book for September was, let me check real quick as I go on my audiobook. It was called Everything, Nothing, Someone by Alice Carrier. I don't know, it's a French last name. But that was the September book, and I'm finishing up now as I post this YouTube, and it was so good. It's a memoir, and I didn't expect it, but it was just, so far it's very breathtaking. Like, I really do love the way the author speaks and just writes. So that was a September book, and I'm excited to see what her October pick will be. And I'll also add that although I am drawing out boxes for each book, I plan on just printing them off. Like, you guys know how people do those mini book covers. I plan on doing that for this page. I guess this is just helping me with sizing. Now, last but not least is a bookshelf. You guys know, if it's not a reading journal if you don't have some type of shelving that has a book on it. And I didn't really want to do like a full page go all out bookshelf because this is mainly for me ending the year. So I decided to do this small arched bookshelf, you know, dark brown oak wood, whatever wood is dark brown. And to mark each book for the rest of the year that I read, I decided to do it by genre. So I have like fantasy, sci-fi, self-help, romance, you know, all the good stuff. So yeah, that's my bookshelf for 2023. Alright, you guys, here is the final flip through. I added some extra scrapbook pages and washi tape along the borders of some pages, kind of to get rid of the black ink from the ink pad. It had smudged on a few pages. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on all my socials, and have fun reading for the rest of the year.